Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you for being here. So we're going to jump into your read. This is going to be the second half of December. It'll be a general read. If you're looking for a personal read, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box. I am going to pull a card as it pertains to love. These are bi-weeklies, so these bi-weeklies do focus on love, but I'm going to focus on love for you on this first card before we jump into the main read, okay? Because I do think it's important, like I said, it does affect your relationships, especially the one with yourself, you know, let alone with others, right? So this might be able to help you in the second half of December, and you could compare to the beginning of December in my first half of December, where I actually used the same deck at the beginning. You can kind of compare and actually see how this resonates for you, okay? So let's jump into this, all right? Let's see what is going on for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about the second half of December? And, oh, we got the card. It flipped right out, okay? And I do want to actually wish all of you a happy holiday. For those of you that are celebrating, happy holidays. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of blessings. And definitely there. Be safe, of course, but definitely sending that your way, all right? So this is what is coming through here. Oh, wow. I was going to say, what number card is it? And it's the number 1 card. Okay, guys. So this is all about... This is something, there's an owl here, right? And this is called After the Storm. So I kind of feel that maybe something has happened within a relationship or situation, or just within your life, right? And within your life, it's a number 1 card. So it's like, I think because of this, you are much wiser, okay? And maybe that you actually pass through some sort of thunderstorm within your internal life, right? Because a lot of times we'll go through changes internally and no one can see that but you, right? And even on the outside, they can't see the changes that you've made on the inside. At least, you know, especially sometimes when you're in it. But this is saying that you've gone through some sort of change. It's something that you don't even have to fear, okay? As some of you, you know, it's nature's way of you know, letting you know what needs to be released, right? Just like, you know, the death and the rebirth, you know, in terms of the card itself. You know, something needed to be released, okay? And sometimes we'll get a little nudge, sometimes we'll get a little swift kick in the rear, and then sometimes we'll just really get a big old push, and well, it lands us flat on our butt. And so what this talks about is that, you know, there were signs along the way, but this is saying is that this might be, you know, it's just some sort of like I feel that, you might feel that you might not be able to handle it, but this is saying is that you will, is that it's like your fear, you know, just changes, and all of a sudden it's beyond your control, and when you let it go, it turns out to be perfect, okay? It's kind of one of those things, and I can't really quite, you know, put that down, break that down. It's kind of like, it's like a release of tension, a release where freedom and a greater perspective becomes of this, you know, and sometimes that is what is necessary. Something has been building up for a very long time, and it's time to just kind of let it go, and that's what happens, okay? So if you're not sure what this is about, don't lose your confidence in your ability to bear this process and safely land on the other side, because you're going to land on the other side. And look, it's an owl that's much wiser, and the sun is right at its back, right? And so that's kind of the beauty of that. You can't sense this storm, but it's coming, and this is saying it's a beautiful exhilaration. It's a gift. It empowers you, right? And it gives you a fresh new take on things. Now, don't be afraid of anything, because your confidence is going to remain intact through the whole process. The sun is behind you. There's lots of good vibrations. So I don't want to make this out to be something scary, because it's not. It's just a transition, a passage. And it's like a transformational process that needs to take place, like the thunderstorms outside, for growth to happen, right? You know, the thunderstorms and the rain happen for growth to come into play. But It's going to clear away things that have kind of been residing in you, and kind of get you out of the cave, and then come up with a fresh breath of air, breath of air. And that's kind of how I feel that. Okay, and there's no rainbows, actually, without the rain coming through. So this is saying you'll have greater creativity, and that's what this is basically saying. So you've got everything in order to be able to weather this, so don't worry about it. And I'm going to pull some cards in order to help you, so don't worry about that. I just want you to be aware of this, Capricorn. Like, it's really, really beautiful. It is really beautiful. It could be communication. The blue is the throat chakra, and the yellow is the solar plexus. Right, so the throat chakra, everything to do with communication, and then behind you is it just wants you to hold strong in your confidence and your inner self, and allow everything to cleanse and work through you. Okay, work around you, and you just let that part go. Okay, so that's what's coming into play here. This is so cool. Okay, and because I know that you can handle this, so let me go ahead. It's just going to make you so much stronger, and it's going to help you for the greater good and for your highest self in this process. So, whether it's, a storm in terms of a relationship, a situation that you find yourself into, it's going to give you the release like no other. Okay, I'm just telling you. All right, this card, yeah. I'm not surprised to see it. There's a lot of cards that fell out, but only one flipped over, and that was New Beginnings. And you know who got this too, Capricorn? Aqua. Okay, you might want to check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs in terms of your biweeklies as well. It might give you insights. This has to do with the sacral chakra. All things having to do with the body. That orange color, and then that red is your foundation, your root chakra. So if it's something emotionally that's going to affect you. It could have something to do with a relationship, or just how it affects you emotionally here. But there is a brand new beginning here, a brand new beginning. So I just want you to rest assured that everything's going to be completely fine. You're going to feel a lot more grounded after this process as well. So that's going to be key. So keep that in mind. And what's funny, guys, both of these cards are a number 1 card, right? So it really puts you on a path of being so wise, confident as well, and very grounded, through this process. So I really think this is amazing. Okay, let's take a look. Too many cards fell out, so I'm just going to take one. I want one more to come through. Here it is. What is it? Love partnership. Wow. Okay, so that explains it right then and there. All right, there is a love partnership. There's going to be something that's going to give you a brand new beginning. It's going to happen really fast, and it might be something that you might not expect, but it leads to something that you want. It leads to something. It could be in a love relationship. Maybe one ends and a new one starts. Something ends within a relationship, and then boom, it's kind of like something happens for a birthing of something new. Now, it could be the same one or a new one. Okay, I'm just saying, but something that has got to happen. The thunderstorm has to happen for this to come into play and give it wings, right? And to give it those wings, and for the relationship itself to be much wiser, or for you to be wiser. So this is really cool, Capricorn. I love seeing this. I am going to pull another card real quick just to see what the wellness cards wants to say. What wants to come out for you, what's important for Capricorn in the second half of December, what's important for Capricorn to be aware of. Okay, let's take a look at what that is. Okay, let's take a look at what that is. What is Capricorn? Here it is. What is this? Negativity. This is about distorted views. So maybe there was distorted views in a relationship or in a situation, and what this is saying is that some sort of negative self-talk stood in the way and kept you blinded. At least one eye kept you blinded, right? And so you're only seeing kind of half of the situation and not the other half. And so that's what this talks about. So this is about being gracious. Don't let self-sabotage stand in the way of something that is available for you. And this could have been wounds of the past, and this is about ridding of those wounds and letting them go, and getting rid of that negativity. And if you need help with that, hence, beyond the read up here or in my description box below, okay? That really gets to the crux of the situation and pulls that out in a subconscious level. So it's pretty amazing. But yeah, that's what this is talking about. So there you have it. Now let's take a look at the other person on the other side. Well, let's just take a look. Let's just go back to you. I just wanted to pull this for you right now. Let's go back and let's go into the main read right now. God, I got so taken away. I was so focusing on you. I pulled an extra card. Okay, a few extra cards, by the way. Yeah, I was just so excited about you here because you're just going to come out so beautiful. Oh, you're gonna be just a sight for sore eyes, Capricorn. I'm just gonna tell you, okay? That's what I see. So let's go ahead in terms of find out anything we need to know about anything else in terms of where you're at, okay? Let's go into the main read in terms of where you're at, okay? You over here and the other person over here, okay? Feel free to reverse the message as you see fit. You might resonate with one side more than the other, okay? All right, what is this? Who wants to come out? What is this? Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see this. A brand new opportunity, right? The Ace of Cups, really talks about a potential for a brand new opportunity of intimacy and compassion. This is really really an opportunity, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces type energy. So in terms of where you're at right now, you've got a new beginning, all right, as it pertains to love, all right? Anything else that wants to come out where you're at? So yeah, that could be a part of this new beginning. Yeah, the Fool's Journey, all these new beginnings. It's like a new beginning in love and a new beginning in life collide, okay? So it's kind of like you have a lot more confidence, with the Fool card. You got the Fool card here and the Ace of Cups, right? So it's like, you're protected. You've got, she's got an amethyst in her hand and a crystalline kind of like net below on the cliff in case she falls. But she knows, that she's going to be caught. And the Fool card talks about this is going to happen. The timing in this is when you least expect it. You don't expect it, so you can't plan it, okay? And maybe it's when you don't expect it, or perhaps the other person doesn't expect it. Maybe there is something there for some of you, but note your comments below, okay? I'd love to know. And definitely drop a like and subscribe. It helps my channel so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I see here. So the Fool card and the Ace of Cups. Dang, guys, I am going to pull a card, a Magdalene card. I'm going to see what wants to come through in one of these. This has to do with love and just, overall. But where you're at right now, we already know it's a new beginning in love, a new beginning in life, okay? Let alone anything else, okay? Anything that Capricorn needs to know about the second half of December. What does Capricorn need to know about the second half of December? What's important for them to be aware of? Give me one card that wants to come out for Capricorn. Okay, this is it. What is it? Here is it. Wow. Okay, so, and I haven't seen this card in a very, very long time. Okay, so what this talks about, this card is all about, being able to bloom, okay? This is about getting something is ready to bloom, okay? And this is about like not rushing it, right? It's not rushing the situation, but it's, there's something that needs to kind of bloom, and it needs to go, it needs to go at its own pace, right? And it's almost as if that you've got some sort of opportunity. God, I don't even know how to say it because it's a pink card. There's no numbers on this, so I have no idea what this is. But it's like, what it tells me is that something is ready to bloom, okay? There's something that's ready to bloom here. It could be a relationship, a situation. But yeah, that's what I see here. It's like, it's like someone around you might need also love and support. Maybe they want forgiveness. And this is about letting go of things that haven't been, the things that haven't been working for you, but then also, and just make up. You guys, you could have had a storm in a relationship or situation, and a pretty big one. And then whatever it is, it pulled you apart. But this is saying life is too short. This is about, this wants you to have a loving attitude. I mean, all I see here is just love coming from the flower here, right? It's just really beautiful love, right? And honoring each other's differences. We're in relationships because they teach us something. They teach us about someone else's inner world, right? And then you got to look at that perspective and then look at your own inner world, right? And to see how they can mesh, but adopt that perspective of that other person, right? The individuality of each of you is incredibly sacred. So it's important. It's sacred to each, to you individually. But let alone the relationship itself. So through love and forgiveness, there is an infinite possibility of happiness and opportunity that is available for you. So, that is what seems to come into play. Wow, how interesting. Wow. Very, very beautiful. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this other person on the other side, okay? Let's take a look at them. Let's see where they're at right now, okay? There's one that wants to come out. The Empress, okay? Beautiful, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so this could be a birthing of something new for them on the other side. Now, they could be pregnant, or there's just an opportunity for a birthing of something new. They're taking on the Empress energy. 3 is about communication of a birthing of something new. It's a 3 card. So 3s are about communication, and this is like, you know, a birthing of something new in terms of a relationship, a situation. It could be pregnancy for some of you, okay? Maybe something of the sort, but in any event, let's take a look what that looks like. Yeah, then I get the 6 of Swords, a 6 card. Birth, you know, it's a pregnant number, okay? This is about getting out of the raging waters, right? This is a rite of passage, moving out of the raging waters, you know, and a transitioning. They're transitioning and having a rebirth on their side is what I feel. Anything else for this other person? And the Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy, okay? So just note that. Anything else that wants to come through for this other person on the second half of the month? Queen of Swords. So this other person could have been, you know, could be an air sign that is actually really looking at their life and taking a view of that and just, you know, calculating as in terms of what it is that they want. You know, the Queen of Swords is very, she's a quick thinker and very perceptive. You know, she's got that intuition. So she's very, very perceptive as to how she needs to move forward. And she's got a lot of influence as well. So it could be a birthing of something new in the Queen of Swords energy. And this is, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there's a birthing of something new. And they are being very quick as a rebirth and moving out of a transition. And maybe that explains the quickness on your side, right? I don't know, guys. I'm just saying. I'm going to pull a card to see what wants to come out for them in terms of the wellness card. Anything that wants to come through for them. What is it? Paradigm shift. Yeah, this is they're growing. They're going through some sort of change in a new cycle for themselves, right? So I really feel that there's some sort of paradigm shift is what the card talks about. That they're having a birthing of something new, and this new experience is being integrated within, and it takes a while for that to kind of shift in within the self, right? The inner self. And it is about growth and expansion within their life, okay? You know, it's about maybe they're going through some sort of growth or cycle change, okay? Yeah, a different perspective where they'll be able to see the other side in a situation, okay, is what I feel. So they're taking responsibility for their life and you know, really trying to see the other side and get the clarity that they need, okay, in the relationship or situation. So they've got a new perspective, a new birthing of a different perspective. Now back over to you. Let's take a look at what this is here. What do we have here? Okay, so this is all about making a choice. You got the 2 of Swords and you got the 6 of Pentacles, okay? So the 2 of Swords talks about some sort of opportunity. Now, where the relationship is headed, there's going to have to be a decision that's going to be made. A decision of equal give and take, I really feel. This is the Pentacles Earth type energy here, and this is a decision that's going to have to be made. So the 2 of Swords is being kind of like, you know, kind of at a duality, like at a stalemate. There's a choice, right? And it's kind of like, is this going to lead to give and take is what you're asking? Is this going to be a good give and take, a good symbiotic you know, relationship or situation? This 6 is, again, a new beginning, a pregnant number, a rebirth, okay, a birthing of something new. So a decision needs to be made for a birthing of something new. Let's take a look at this 2 of Swords. Anything else you can tell us? Here it is. What is it? Yeah, there's going to be a decision that's going to be made. This is about letting go of the burdens and only carrying with you what you can in terms of your trail, in terms of moving forward. So there is, this is Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Could be just the energy that you're taking on, or someone around you, or you might have that in your chart, or the other person. But I really feel that this is about letting go of the burdens. You know, and wanting that equal give and take by making a decision. Okay, I'm going to pull a love card in terms of the decision. Let's take a look at what that is. I want to see what that looks like. What is this 2 of Swords? Anything else that wants to come through? No, 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords, give me a little more info on this 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is about using your intuition. It's saying that the psychic abilities are really, really powerful for you right now, Capricorn. Really powerful. So it wants you to use your intuition when coming and trying to make a decision. It wants you to go within, that space within. Without thoughts, put your thoughts, your feelings aside, put your today's duties aside, put everything aside and get into a place, whatever that quiet space is, a quiet space where you can really focus on that pause, right? That quiet space where you feel effortless, when you feel serene. And then, just observe everything else. And then from that point, tap into your intuition, because your psychic abilities are super strong right now. And it wants you to use that when you make your decision within a relationship or situation. Okay. So use that, because you're going to know best. Anything else that wants to help you? Yeah, you've got a choice, right? 7 of Cups. Whatever's going to lead to long-term success in the castle. There's a castle right there with a ladder on it that you see there. And this is about someone might be choosing you, or you might be choosing someone else. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces type energy. This is about having faith, that knowing that you can make the right choice and have the psychic ability to be able to do that. So I really feel that that's the place. Yeah. And then within that happens, you get a Tower, right? Something comes to an end and you are transformed. So something has to come to an end when you make a choice. There's no doubt. And this is a 7 card, 16 reducing to a 7, but all those butterflies in there, you've been transformed. Okay. So your best way forward and where this relationship is headed is that you're going to have to make a decision here. And obviously with one, use your psychic abilities in here and make the best choice that you feel is best for you. That's going to lead you to the castle that you feel, whatever that castle is for you. It doesn't have to be just a home. It could be just what you want in your life, whatever that represents to you. Okay, but it's going to lead you to a higher level. Okay, because there's a ladder on here, and that's what I see here. Yeah, very, very cool. So your best way forward is to make this decision. Anything that's going to help you in terms of making this decision, listening to your intuition and using self-discipline, and perhaps sticking with that decision that you do make in matters of the heart and then also the body. So it's kind of like combining both. The sirens out there, heed the signs in terms of listening to your heart, but also what your body has to say to you. So in this situation, in terms of the choice, which one makes your heart feel good? How does your body feel? Ask those questions, and you're going to be, psychically and intuitively guided, of which way to go and to drop the burdens, right? And to be transformed. Okay, that's what I see. Best way for this in terms of where's this, situation headed for this other person? What does that look like for them? Magician energy and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, they want to create a life with you. There's no doubt about it. The 10 of Cups and Magician. I mean, major arcana card could be dealing with the Gemini and then Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy here. They could have that in their chart, but they might be a magician in some way, shape, or form. Okay, they might be involved into the esoteric, or they're just taking on this energy in terms of what it is that they do that balances and leads them to a happy ever after. This is beautiful. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Let's take a look at what this is, Capricorn. How do they feel about you? We're going to pull some small little cards over here. How do they feel about you? What do we get? Wow. So some of you are giving up on a relationship or situation. There's unrequited love in one side. So if you're going to have a choice to make, there is, perhaps some of you are saying, no, I'm not going to make this choice. The others are going to take it. Okay. So we've got honeymoon and unrequited love. So for some of you, you're ending one thing and moving into another. How they feel about you is they feel that they want to, they're trying to, I think they're trying to make a choice as well. In one way, you have a choice to make in terms of unrequited love or the honeymoon. Okay. And what do we get here? I pulled a card on that just to say what this is, and I get the Star. This is for them to focus in whatever it is that they want and they're wishing for. That's the move that they're going to make. It could be dealing with an Aquarius for some of you, but this is about they're following their dream, and that dream might lead to unrequited love or a honeymoon within you here. Okay, anything else that wants to come out, how they feel? Yeah, in the past they were had deception of some sort. Guys, this is going back and forth a little bit. They could have wore a mask of deception and not telling you everything, and that's probably why the reason that you maybe carried the burden and walked away. You might have a new beginning. For some of you, stay optimistic about your love life, okay? It wants you to. So if something ends, you have a brand new beginning. With or without this person, it could be that, as well, guys. But stay optimistic. Very soon, it wants you to decide what you want. So you're going to have another opportunity with this person, but you get to decide what it is that you want, okay? And remember what we told you, right? You've got, a new beginning. Now, your love life is also affected by children. You might have children, or this other person might have children, or maybe you want children, okay? I'm just saying. So I'm going to stop it there, guys. Sending you lots of love. Note your comments below. Definitely like and subscribe if it resonates. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Have a safe and happy New Year's Eve, okay? Namaste.